And good morning. A couple of things this morning. Firstly, a few weeks ago, I seen a cartoon from Pauline Hanson. Please explain YouTube channel doing a parody of the NDIS. So I applied or requested an interview, and which was declined. I requested it again, and it was declined. Um, so I sent a email in response and tried to make it a bit humorous and put "please explain" in capital letters, trying to break the ice. They took offence to it. I don't know why she won't come on. It's not going to be a personal attack. I just don't think Senator Hanson's all that educated on the NDIA from the point of view of a person with a disability, and the only way she's going to learn is to talk to people with disabilities, all different types of disabilities. Whether you're blind, you're a para, you're a quad, cerebral palsy, mild intellectual disability, autism, whatever. She seems to brand all disabilities as, we're all rolling around in this big vat of money and splurging on different things, and it's just not the case. Is it being rorted, the NDIA? I say an extreme minority are probably not using it appropriately, but I know there are a lot of people out there screaming for help because they're having problems with the NDIA. And someone in Senator Hanson's position, instead of being critical, could be help resolving the issues, help educate the public. But she'd rather sit behind parliamentary privilege and poke fun at people with disabilities and put the fear of God into the taxpayers, which I don't think is fair. So I sent a link to Senator Hanson's office this morning. I hope she watches this so she can come on so we can talk about the NDIS, the problems that people with disabilities are having with the NDIS, um, and try and educate her. So I just don't think she's got a good understanding from the point of view of a person with a disability. Um, like I said, there are thousands and thousands of people screaming out because there are so many problems. I've also sent Minister Bill Shorten a couple of requests for an interview. He's declined as well. I see he did do an interview with Dr. George. Dr. George, sort of didn't go in depth, but I thought he was, how should I put it? Wasn't doing much of an investigation and putting questions to Bill Shorten about the NDIS. He was quite friendly towards him. I wouldn't be doing personal attacks on the Minister Bill Shorten. I'll be talking to him about the problems of the NDIA, how they can be resolved, and there are thousands of people crying out for help because of the failure from the NDIA. So hopefully Senator Hanson's watching this, and I hope Bill Shorten gets to watch this as well. Next time I do a live, I'll send him a link to it as well. I should have done it this morning. But also, I just want to go on to Screen Australia. For those people who've watched before, I went on to a few different streaming platforms to watch Australian content with audio description because, according to Screen Australia, since 2011, they've required anyone getting funding from Screen Australia is to provide audio description and captioning. this hasn't been happening. Lauren Hanley's done a great job going to the United Nations and getting that recognised. However, Screen Australia haven't been auditing to make sure that their contractual agreements with the producers or the makers of this content from movies and TV shows, Australian movies, Australian TV shows, or any movies or shows produced here in Australia, even those from overseas, because they all get tax breaks. So the federal government should be requiring them to provide audio description and captioning. They did an audit, and I got a letter back the other day. There was a breakdown in their auditing system. They're going to try and rectify it in future. It's not good enough. They've been promising this since 2011. It's now 2023. I think I sent them a list of movies and TV shows, Australian shows that didn't have audio description. And out of those, I think Screen Australia identified 11 of those were funded through Screen Australia, and 4 of them did not have audio description. They basically said that we can't go into the contract for privacy reasons, which I understand. However, they can release information back on the funding application. I don't know. It's a bit of a word salad. I think it was written by someone legal. Had a good read of it a couple of times yesterday. They said they're going to improve it in the future, but if they haven't done it in the last 12 years, what's to say they're not going to do it in the future as well? So it's just a huge letdown. The audio description files, some of the streaming services like Binge, on their website, they say they do not provide audio description, which is in breach of the DDA, the Disability Discrimination Act. So why isn't Screen Australia or the federal government making Binge provide audio description where it's available? I don't know, but I contacted BCA yesterday, Blind Citizens Australia, to talk to them and go across, what they've done in the past. I am going to take this further. I've written to Binge. I'm waiting for a response from them. Stan has the audio description, but you've actually got to go into each episode. There's a show called I think it's Black Snow. It's a murder mystery thing, Australian one. You've got to go into each episode and actually physically go in and turn the audio description on, unlike Netflix and Amazon Prime and Disney where it automatically plays. Instead, you've got to go into each episode and turn it on. So you press pause, slide down, swipe to the left, and click on audio, then swipe upwards to English AED, select that, get out of that, and then start playing. It's good that it's there, but geez, you have to go through all the shows and check and see if they have audio description. It'd be much easier if they just played as soon as you turned them on, but we'll see what happens with Binge, and I'm just waiting on a call from BCA, but I will let everyone know about that further down the track. Also on my YouTube channel, I have a self-defense video up. that's gotten quite a few views. Go and have a look. Only lasts 3.5 minutes. Won't take much time. Yeah, I encourage everyone to take it up. It's a great sport. It's Muay Thai. It's sort of like martial arts and kickboxing and boxing and all that sort of mixed together. It's quite good. So I don't know, is anybody in chat? Oh, g'day, Glenn. How's it going, mate? It's Glenn's been here before. He was up here a couple of weeks ago. You can come up if you want, Glenn. There's another channel I visit regularly. It's called Silver Diamond. That's the lady's name who owns the YouTube channel. It's spelled as it sounds. Yes, that is her actual name, Silver Diamond. It's a great channel. You go there for lots of fun, and she's really nice. And a co-host, Howie, is a Pommy, nice bloke as well. So, yeah, hi, Limey Redneck. How you going? Good to see you here. Judith Kempstrel, which is my aunt. Good to see you in chat. Yeah. If you want to come up and chat, there's a link above the chat section. Just click on that and just follow the prompts. We can bring you up once you click through. Just follow the prompts. Yeah. Also, I wanted to have a quick talk too. I've been doing my genealogy, my family tree. I've been doing it for 20 years. And I've accessed Ancestry website. It's really hard to navigate. It's very complicated. It's probably easier with sighted guide. You get to fill in all your details. My mother's maiden name is Gambia. It's been traced back to 1594. I think it goes back to. Mount Gambier is named after Lord James Gambier. His same tree, different branch. His father, James Gambier, who was the Admiral of the Red Sparrows, he was born 1725 and he died 1775. So we're descended from him. So yeah, it's an interesting one. There's admirals, rear admirals, captains, wardens of the fleet. Lord James Gambier was second in charge of New York when the British had the Americas. When they lost the Americas, he went back to England and was promoted to Lieutenant Governor of the Bahamas. So he went out there for a few years, and then he got sick and then went back to England. So yeah, it's a really good line. It's the Gambiers are Huguenot refugees. Huguenots were a sort of like a splinter group of Catholics, and they were persecuted in France, so they left France and went to England, and yeah, done really well for themselves. So, and also done a DNA test. Come back English, Scottish, Irish, Western European, which is southwest France, to where the Gambiers originally come from. And I think it's 6% Norwegian on my side, on my father's side. His great grandmother and great grandfather are from Norway. So yeah, interesting. So it's a good hobby to get into, that one. I don't know. Is anyone in the basement? Okay. Yeah. So if anybody in chat has any questions, just type them in and I'll answer them if I can. Yeah, I don't know. No questions? No questions. No questions. Okay. All right. Well, I might round that up for today. Um, there's not much to talk about. I'm going to keep hounding Senator Pauline Hanson for an interview, and I'll keep hounding Bill Shorten for an interview on the NDIS. And I will keep everyone updated on the issue with Binge and Screen Australia not providing audio description for people who are blind or vision impaired. Okay, we might end that there. Thanks, Chris. Okay, thanks everyone.